YouTube viewers. I am your host, the Anime Review Critic. Tonight I'm reviewing the anime hit Inuyasha. The reason I picked this show is quite simple, really. It's Rumiko Takahashi's birthday month this month. And for those of you who don't know who she is the one behind Inuyasha and Rom the One Half and another show that I will review here in due time. First, however, I'm going to do Inuyasha, and the next edition I will do another one of her shows, and then finally I'll finish up with the last one that I've seen. So I hope you stick around for this three-parter of, I'd like to consider a tribute towards Rumiko Takahashi. The story of Inuyasha, for those who don't know, follows a 15-year-old girl named Kagome who is magically transported back to feudal Japan where demons, mythical creatures intermingle with humans. She is attacked subsequently and has to release the sleeping half-demon Inuyasha. Inuyasha is a brash half-demon who doesn't like Kagome at first, but teams up with her only because of certain circumstances, namely the shattering of the sacred Shikon jewel, which Inuyasha needs in order to become a full-fledged demon. So together, Inuyasha and Kagome now travel feudal Japan, searching for these sacred jewel shards. Along the way, they meet up with a fox demon named Shippo, who's there more for comedic relief than actually do anything for the show. A lecherous monk named Moroku, and a female demon slayer named Sango, and her pet cat, Kilala. During the course of the show, they face various demons and entities that are either with them or against them or kind of take a neutral position. But ultimately, the main bad guy that they continue to face is Naraku, a demon that takes on many forms, has many incarnations of itself, and has a very long past with Inuyasha and several other of the characters. And that description is just more to whet your appetite and give away what happens in the show. There's a lot more story arcs, there's a lot more characters, some interesting, some not so interesting, but there's a lot of variety in this show, and you never really know what you're going to get, even with the previews that they offer at the end of each episode. You kind of don't know what to expect in the upcoming episodes. The one thing that I like about Rumiko Takahashi is that she knows how to develop characters pretty well. I mean, for those that have seen some of her other shows, the complaint is made that Inuyasha just mishmashes a bunch of characters from her past shows into the new one. And while there are some valid claims to this, okay, I'm not going to explore any of these because it would take all day, but if you judge the show based on the show itself, you'll see that each character has its own weaknesses, defects, glory moments. There's a lot going for each of the main characters here, and even for some of the side characters that maybe get one or two episodes, they sometimes get enough to make you wish that they could be in another couple of episodes. Not all the time. There are a few characters in here that are just really worthless. I mean, I already stated my thing on Shippo. He can be fun at times. He's there more for comedic relief, but really, that's pretty much all he's there for. It's just comedic relief. And the same can be said about the episodes as well. There's a lot of really good episodes in this. There's a lot of good story arcs in this. But at the same time, there's also a lot of episodes that were half-baked or just really take away from the whole experience, okay, that really just didn't need to be in the show itself. So you have to keep that in mind when watching this, okay, because there are 165 episodes and 4 movies released so far. So if you're planning to watch the entire series, expect a few episodes to be kind of disappointing. That being said, I think those that actually take the time to get into the show, get into the characters, you will enjoy it. There's a lot of variety, as I keep saying, with the characters and also with the episodes. I mean, you'll find yourself in feudal Japan for a few episodes, and then every so often Kagome goes back to her own time because she all of a sudden remembered, oh my gosh, I have a trigonometry test, okay? I need to get back there now. and those are usually the funnier ones, when she goes back to her modern world, and Inuyasha follows and doesn't really understand what's going on with the world around him, and gets into trouble usually. In terms of production values, art style, and music, anyone that's ever seen any of the other Takahashi shows will already recognize the familiar face structures, character drawings, and stuff that often accompany with their shows there. So those of you that have seen the other shows, you'll feel right at home with this one. It doesn't deviate too much from that. The artwork itself is also pretty nice. Backgrounds are very beautiful, almost picturesque at sometimes. A lot of the character models are also pretty well drawn. There are some repeating, but you kind of have to know what you're looking for to realize it. There's also stock footage used for this. I mean, again, this being 165 episodes, you kind of have to expect it in a series this long. They can't draw individual scenes all the time. Production costs and everything, they have to kind of reuse some of the same sword swings or action sequences. They don't do this all the time, fortunately, but when it's noticeable, it is noticeable, unfortunately. And the music for the show is really good too. This is one of the few anime soundtracks where I own about 90% of the music on my computer here. And if you've been listening in the background, you noticed some of the pieces I've been playing. This is one of those shows where all you need is just a little clip of the music and you can instantly recognize that it's Inuyasha. Overall, Inuyasha is a fun show. You have to take it kind of lightly, though. If you're expecting a great epic, something along the lines of Fullmetal Alchemist, Cowboy Bebop, you're not going to get it here because, like I said, this thing stretches over 165 episodes, so there's going to be some filler to it. But even with the filler, there's still a lot of great storylines, a lot of great episodes, a lot of great characters of this show here. For those of you that are familiar with Rumiko's other shows, you also notice that this is slightly darker than her other shows, which were more lighthearted and more romantic comedy than anything else. Inuyasha isn't a romantic comedy. It's described as a feudal fairy tale. Final score, I give Inuyasha 3.5 dead demons out of 5. As always, thanks for tuning in to another one of my reviews. Probably get another one out here in another week or so if I don't get too swamped. Things are kind of busy this time of year for me. So I will do my best to bring you another edition of the Formal Anime Reviewer. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more, have any requests, let me know. And when I finish these next 2 reviews, I'll get right to them. This is the Anime Reviewer saying thank you. Peace out.
Somebody please kill me now. Everybody listen to me! Don't inhale the mist! This is the work of the demon! I don't know what this mist is exactly, but it makes you intoxicated, so do not inhale it, no matter what!
I think you're a little late there, Moroku. There are already 3 sheets to the wind.
Well, I was referring to the rest of us.
One final comment about this show. For those that have seen the show the whole way through, you might share my disappointment with how it ended. Really, this is one reason why I don't rate this show higher, is because of the ending. It just really, it's taken me this long to kind of get over it. But for those of you that have seen the ending and have been pulling your hair out at night, wondering when the hell are they going to end this thing, there are rumors or murmurings going around right now that they are planning a series of OVAs going on. I don't know when they're going to be released. I don't know if it is a series of OVAs or if it's going to be another season, but there is something else in production, and we're hinted at with this title of the Dark Tetsaiga Saga. So hopefully we'll hear more from that, and if I do hear more about it, I'll let you guys know. Anyway, again,